Accuse was a, or should I say, is a direct-to-video psychological thriller that's about, based on a true story of a doctor from Canada who was known to have patients show up, drug them, and then rape them. The main female protagonist in this one is Estella Warren. Estella Warren. If you don't know who she is, she was one of those people who was absolutely primed for stardom during the years 2001 and 2003. And you can probably tell if you don't know who she is, she fizzled out and fizzled out hard. And you know, being the person who, through a really bizarre amount of circumstances, is like, my doctor raped me. And the town is very much like, whoa, you're kind of poor white trash. And you look at that night in question, you find your boyfriend's cheating on you, you were drunk, you got injured, you know, you kind of flirted with the doctor, he was married, you were probably upset that he didn't leave his wife for you, so you're making stuff so you can become rich. She's like, no, I was actually raped. And going through more of the back and forth process of doing things kind of like that, as well as the police getting involved and kind of being like, you do realize that no one's going to believe you, we barely believe you, and occasionally up to the court case, where you've heard lawyers kind of like, here's what they're going to be saying, here's what they're going to be thinking, how are you going to combat that? So it was a decent way of actually looking into it. And you know, when I was in college, quite a few times there were girls who would say they were raped, and people would be like, no, so-and-so would never rape anybody, he doesn't need to, he's a good looking guy, he gets all the women that he wants, you know, you're just upset that you had sex with him. And there would always be some sort of kind of lame excuse as to why someone's all of a sudden crying rape. Until like two or three people all of a sudden come forward and have the same accusations. So you see this in the story. You know, she goes from a point where it essentially makes her move out of town. She has problems trying to get work in other locations. No one's helping her out. There are other victims, but nobody's saying anything. You know, how did he get past all these tests? It's almost kind of like watching, almost like a Law and Order episode, just with less of the crime drama and more of the interpersonal drama, trying to play its way through in an hour and a half. And I'll be honest, for being directed to video, actually was pretty decent. You know, it's unique seeing that somebody who, like 12 years ago, was really primed to become, you know, like one of the next big starlets, who now is in direct-to-video movies.